Alright, and we are finally back for Universe Zero Act 12 Part 3. Took a short break because I spent most of the last few days staying up till late in the morning with people that I play with. So, didn't exactly, record during those days because I was busy doing that. The series isn't going anywhere until like at least 15, so actually probably at least 16 because I would like to do something after that one. Because of course it needs to end with Hot Wheels characters. It can't end on the cartoon circuit, so that's what 15 is the cartoon circuit. 14 is gonna be I guess you call it like the Elite League. 13 is going to be mostly editions. 14 is going to be like the Elite League of like all the best like fan favorite cars, probably faster ones than these two, and then 15 will be the cartoon circuit. 16 will probably be like a variety thing, and that may be the final one that I do. I'm not sure. So I'm kind of ticked off because probably last week-ish, I don't remember exactly when last week, but I got a new new pair of earbuds that have a microphone on them. And I noticed as I was talking with it that I was hearing little vibrations in my left ear, and I was like, what the heck? Yeah, that's because the earbud was kind of not the left earbud wasn't exactly constructed properly. And so as I went to take it in I went to kind of reposition in my ear, I just literally pulled apart. Insert surprise Pikachu memes here that have been all over Reddit recently. Because that was basically what my reaction was, like, what? How does this even happen? So yeah. That mic lasted me a week at most, and while I'm not exactly great with electronics, other than my consoles and TV, controllers I don't have the greatest luck with, and definitely don't have the greatest luck with microphones and earbuds. I've gone through 20 in the last 3 years, between headsets and cheapy earbuds just to get, by. I'm getting an actual headset for Christmas, for the first time in a year. I've had 2 headsets, but they don't always last that long. First one was just wear and tear, because that one had lasted a few months, and I got that with the PS4 itself. So that was 2014 Christmas, and then 2016 Christmas I got a second headset. Both were Turtle Beaches, and I kind of got a little angry at a game I was playing and forcefully dropped the headset on the floor. Yeah, that's not good, and now I'm aware, of course. So anyway, on to the race. Poseidon's passed 7 people on this lap, and they put Bedlam on pole, which I do remember that Bedlam's car is not fair. This is an Act 3 car, almost. So I guess I found a nice car for Bedlam, or for Governor, which this seems more like a Governor car, but Governor's had that Maserati since Act 2 when it first showed up, so I didn't feel like I needed to change that. Bedlam had a car, the Porsche Panamera, but my car is it's a solid not good. We are not going very fast here. Look out. Governor's surrounded by girls right now. Great commentary. I was busy thinking about commentating, and I wasn't like actually realizing. Oh yeah, I have to stop thinking about things to say and just start talking. This might be a double upload night because I have absolutely nothing to do today or tonight. Today it's 1 in the morning right now. So Grease Lightning's faster right now, but not by enough. That would be enough if we had a 12-lap race. It's not a 4-lap race. Deliverance is still in 3rd, and Gearhead's still in 4th, and I'm maybe about to take that. Guess not. Oh my goodness. Okay, or Auto just takes the place from me. Apparently that's what's happening now. Okay, this is one of like most random things that kind of bothered me. Was that so earlier today I was watching the Fine Brothers, like the React channel or whatever. They had a scandal a while ago. I don't remember what it was, but I was like not subscribed at the time. I just remember like hearing about it at a couple of places on other YouTube channels that I watched. But anyway, I had some sort of like controversy surrounding them, but I have absolutely no idea what it was. Also I passed Auto again. So, they have these, like, guest cartoon challenges where the, staff of the channel, like, have, like, a buzzer contest to see who can, like, name cartoons based on very brief snippets of the theme song. It seems like there's always one group that never watched a single cartoon in their life. Like, how do you not recognize the Dexter's Laboratory theme, or Laboratory, or whatever you choose to say that as? Like, how do you not recognize that, but you recognize the Flintstones in 1 second? I don't understand, but okay. But what bugs me is, in this series, not everything is exactly kid-friendly. I don't really care, because I'm not really a kid anymore, but when I think cartoon, I don't really actually think of The Simpsons and or like Family Guy or American Dad, because I don't consider those cartoons. Cartoon to me is like the word for like kids programming or kids-centered programming. And I'll tell you right now, The Simpsons is definitely not that. That's an animated TV series, not a cartoon, because Saturday morning cartoons were the terminology for, like, you know, kids getting up and watching cartoons is like a way to keep them on a sleeping schedule to some degree. And stuff like that. I guarantee you, Family Guy wasn't in that lineup. That would be your, well, whatever. I guess really anything that was on that channel. I guess it's like a specific thing it has to be, but It's just whatever popular TV show or cartoon is on the channel. So for Cartoon Network, I imagine a popular Saturday morning cartoon would have probably been like the Powerpuff Girls at the time, since I think of superheroes when I think of Saturday morning for some reason. That's probably based off something like Power Rangers, TMNT, and like Justice League, etc. And I probably get that impression from. It's just like, I don't know why that bothered me so much. It was just like, I don't call Family Guy a cartoon, I call it an animated TV series. And one that kind of needs to die, because it's overstayed its welcome by about half my lifetime. So... and that'd be almost 9 years. Like Grease Lightning, you almost caught him. Had you had like 3 more laps, we'd have had a race, but we do not have such things. Kind of unfortunate. There really aren't very many compacts in this game. Hypermite is kind of doomed to be stuck down there in that position of last, because he doesn't have the best car. Raceman, I just like Mazda, so I had to have one in there, even if it wasn't a very good one. Also, that's a 23-point lead. Bedlam has 23 points over Grease Lightning. And I think it was Twin Mill that was in third, which seems weird, because I feel like Governor is like third best car here. I guess Twin Mill did have a better starting position than Governor in that last race, so that probably helped him. Twin Mill just got like 4th. I wasn't paying much attention to the results. Part of me is sort of like... I wouldn't say I'm bored with this act, but it's just like... okay, I'm kind of bored with it. Bedlam is running away with the championship. Grease Lightning is always going to be second, and I'm just like, that isn't great. It's not amazing to try and like think of like things to talk over, because like there's never a battle for the lead unless Grease Lightning starts ahead of him, and that hasn't really been happening, it seems. It seems like the game wants Bedlam winning more than they already would, because they keep starting him near the front. Example being the last race, where he started in first. And this race, where he starts in 4th. Meanwhile, his main opponent starts down in 10th. Oh yeah, I was really confused for a second. I was like, why is this 6 laps? What did I do there? It's the short layout. So they're not going to be very long laps. And he's in 3rd. So we don't go down the long highway strip here, we go uphill here, which I noticed this road in the 12 times we've used this track, and I was like, oh, that must be the short layout. Interesting. Yeah, sure enough. Grease Lightning is cutting through the field at a pretty rapid pace, but is it enough? No. Well, not when he does that either. That's not helping his odds. It could be enough maybe if Governor can block Bedlam for a while, which, I mean, Governor actually has a decent car. Is it this sedan from the underworld? No, but it's decent. Wow, this track map is like cryptic. So where does this link up back with the normal track? I'm confused. Are we going by, the house I thought was like Courage's house in the middle of nowhere? I think we are. We've never gone past those signs before. Where is this track taking us? Yep, there's Courage's house. Pretty much. Except that's a different house, I think. Where's the finish? Short my foot. This is almost longer than the normal track is. I think it actually is longer than the normal. Well, we have an endurance race in our hands, folks. Oh my god. Ooh, that is not really him in third there? Oh wow, he's keeping with him a little bit actually. Okay, I think we're back with where the track normally is. Yeah, that's where the full layout comes from, and then we have the little downhill segment. As per usual. Wow. Yeah, there's also Courage's house, but on a different side of the track. 3-minute laps of the short layout. I only think the long layout would give us 2.5-minute laps. That is insanity. Also, I wasn't. Well, never mind. I started in last, and I just passed 5 cars. And Bedlam already basically won the race. Also occurred to me, I haven't hit anybody. There's something in the air tonight. The heck was that? It's like on top of like the act being uninteresting because Bedlam and Grease Lightning are winning every single round, but also because like I have no idea what the signs there say. I have to try and look at them. I think one of them says don't drink and drive, but I'm not positive. Poor Hypermate. Hey, Courage. That's Courage's house. It looks like the same, like, kind of like a environment. Desert, small house, or small cottage, little windmill on the property. I'm gonna petition the developers of this game to rename this track from Black Cat County to the middle of nowhere. Also, Raceman and Auto just almost spun each other. That'd have been amazing. That'd have been amusing. But I thought like none of these characters are very prominent. We have So Fast and Gearhead and Twin Mill. But everyone else is really just like kind of an extra or like a smaller character. We don't have any of the big names in this race, and so that kind of takes a little bit out of it. Not many of these drivers have terribly developed personalities, other than the ones I already mentioned: Governor, So Fast, Gearhead, and I guess technically Otto and Race Otto would be, and Twin Mill would be as well. Technically Otto is only developed so much because he's a character that exists in something other than this. And that's exactly the case for like Danny and also for Gearhead. And part of the appeal of the additional characters is that they already exist and they already have a personality because of that. Some personalities are more fleshed out than others, and some I know more about than others. I don't really know much about like Beat because I didn't ever play or watch the JSRF games. Maybe pause like the video as the vehicles are going by those signs at some point, and try and tell me what they say, because I can't read them when the camera's panning to follow the driver. I don't remember the look of Courage's house though, but I feel like that's close. The only thing it's missing is it doesn't have a shed there. There's no like shed or garage at that house. Well, there's actually two buildings on that house up there. I can't really tell, because you only get to look at it for like 2 seconds. Same with the other one, but... So this will almost be a 20-minute race. Regret everything! Well, twin wheels hit a wall at some point. Otto has also hit a wall, probably. Unless I put him into one, which could also be the case. I think I might have. I'm just gonna see. Maybe I can see what Otto did. That's a lot of damage, especially even for hitting a wall. Assuming he even hit the wall in the last 3 minutes, which I have no idea. This car already looks pretty damaged, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it was not in the last 3 minutes. Yeah, I know. I should end up looking at replays. This race is gonna be long enough as is. The interesting part becomes, like, so I made a list at some point, kind of detailing the current roster of, like, additional characters. Chat with real quick, cause it's not like we ain't got time. We got 6 minutes before this race is over, so, you know. Because God forbid I expect the short layout to actually be short. Pardon me. So there's 13 additions that have already appeared, though 2 of them won't be appearing again. Chaos Viper and Carbon are gone. They will not be returning because there's just no reason for them to. Chaos Viper was a one-off, and Carbon's been defeated canonically, so he doesn't really need to come back. Granted, you make the case that Bowser was defeated in Mario 64, and then was there for Mario Kart 64, but this isn't Mario Kart, so we're just gonna ignore that ruling and move on. But I also have 12 future plans, most of which are for the cartoon circuit, but at some point I'm probably going to have to put at least 1 or 2 of them in the next one, because, well, that leaves 11 additions that are existent, and I was going to have 3 Hot Wheels drivers, so I need to put at least 1 of them in. And I'm going to try and figure out which one of those that's going to be. I guess I'll probably base it off of, like, what vehicles I choose for them, and then the other cars available in that kind of category or, like, power area, and then select a character to put in those cars, or that car, I guess, would be the thing to do. Hypermite passed so fast. Finally. Muscle tone gains 10th. 9th. Man, Doc just had his Wheaties this morning, I guess. Ugh, this race has been sufferable. I mean, I guess a race this long, it definitely gives it time to get the cars in the kind of proper tier list, as it were, power order. Except for Dr. Justice, so I don't really feel like has a 5th place car, usually. It was because he started on the, like, front row. That's the only reason he's up there. His lap times are more like the ones that 9th place are setting, like Muscle Tone's 3:14 and his is a 3:13. Granted, most of the time Muscle Tone has to pass somebody, so that lap isn't even. And 20 minutes later, Bedlam is finally the winner. And many seconds later, probably like 18. Oh, 14. And then the governor is, of course, going to be 3rd. Trinell takes 4th. Justice with a surprising 5th. I am 6th, despite the fact that my laps are 2 seconds, at least 2 seconds faster every lap. Otto, with all of that damage, still gets 7th. And it appears Deliverance will be the last one that gets a point. And now we wait for Hypermite and pitiful car at So Fast is driving to finish. And over a minute and a half later, this car is an absolute pushover. Or they're gonna let them try and work for it now. You have to start back in 13th. Meanwhile, Gearhead's leading. Well, this is no Maggio. I don't think I'll be able to pull out another wing here. Also, Otto is ironically right behind him, huh? Pressure Justice aggressively blocks them from going anywhere. And Twin Wheel will just seize the moment. As if it matters, but you know. You're not passing me at your slave. Oh my god, what is that lap? 2 minutes, 22 seconds, 222 milliseconds. 2. Alright, Grease Lightning. It's a solid lap. 2. Is your head really getting further ahead? Okay, now Madison's here to shut that down. Thank goodness. This Otto is clearly as incompetent as he usually is, so... yeah, Imo, not really the widest track ever, ever created. Madison's getting right to business. Four-wheel drive, though. Gearhead. Madison can't do much about four-wheel drive without also having four-wheel drive, so... he's gotta wait until a longer portion of straightaway. Actually, I'm not really sure if Madison's BMW can really do anything about Gearhead. Oh, nice, nice reflection. Nice reflection textures. What the heck is going on there? They put like a checkerboard pattern on top of Gearhead, or Grease Lightning's car. It's on Cartoon Network. Yet. Also, this is just a big conga line, because Gearhead isn't actually that much faster. This is a Fiesta right here. I had the fastest lap somehow. Now, Otto got the short end of that stick. And I'm making a challenge to get up to the leader, which I basically just did right there. Tone's also doing pretty decent. Help I bet on starting in near the back and having to get blocked by two different cars on the way up here. But even that can't hold him down forever. Well, I just cannot pick a lane right now. I'm just trying to find any opening I can to get into second. Because what if I actually have one advantage over Gearhead? Madison doesn't really have one, other than handling, and that's not a big enough one. Thing is, the more that I try to pass Madison, the higher likelihood that Grease Lightning will just go around me instead. But I'm just passing his former golden car, even though none of them are actually golden right now. One is black and the other is silver. Oh! Oh, well, I guess, whoops. Part of me knew that could happen, but I just sort of forgot, and then it happened, and it, like, still took me by surprise. Also, Tone, your time has come, buddy. Bedlam is, tired of waiting. Except apparently he'll keep waiting. And let's see the irony that I basically just hit who is supposed to be like a friend of mine. Off the road almost intentionally because of the fact that I couldn't pass him. There's a fault in that design choice, for sure. Darn it, Gearhead, you have so much more speed than you have any right to have in that kind of vehicle. There's basically going to be an 8-car conga line at the end of this race, I think. At least like 6. Because Bedlam's gonna get there. Muscle Twin might get there at this rate. I don't know if the race went on longer. I feel like Twin Mill and the Governor would be a part of it too, but the matter then become Grease Lightning passed me. I guess I didn't even notice until I saw that the green car was in front of it, looking in front of Otto, and not a black one. Does Grease Lightning have the juice? Bedlam will try and sauce Otto here. I think he should get that. Doesn't seem like either of us had it for Gearhead though. This is ridiculous. Gearhead, despite having like the worst car here, he has enough speed to where if he starts at the front, he can stay there. This is cheese. For certain, I still don't think would have been able to even pass him. I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. I think he would have. Yeah, he would have. He would have passed Gearhead, but at the same time, it doesn't matter at that point because the race is kind of like over. So, too little, too late. So that is it for part 3. Will most likely be a double upload unless I fall asleep while the thing is uploading. Twin Mill and the Governor are tied in points.